much of a delay there is. But let me say, hey, everybody came up and up. Jackie Barty, Jean Pompunas, Sassy Brenda, Bailey Cat, Cherokee Girl, Betty Joe, Gang Gang Jim. Betty Joe. Gotcha, Betty. Bucket list has holes, name. Sam, I hello. I don't know, I know what y'all need to say. Okay, okay.
Can y'all hear me better? Okay, good. Guys, this has to be a short live because after I'd announced it, just as I was about to hit the go live button, of course, my family walks through the door and says, we have to do this, this, and this in an hour. So, in about 1 hour exactly, I got to be ready to walk out the door, and I'm sitting here in my drawers. But anyway, we are going to do a question and answer session. We are going to do a question and answer session. And I do have some information on Kylie's case that I want to discuss. It's out there. I was trying to do it last night. Now, I'm just going to say, can I say I told you so before AWP put their video out days ago? What did I tell y'all? And I had a contact in their camp. And that my contact said that Kylie was found in the back. When I asked them to specify, did they mean the back seat? Yeah, it's right. True story, Cheatless. They are my drawers. When I asked them to specify, was it the back seat or the back hatch? Because I had heard some rumblings. They told me they weren't allowed to at that point. Didn't say they weren't allowed to by the popo or nothing else. Now, factor that in with the fact that I told y'all, and everybody agreed with me, that you can't tell me with everything going on, especially with the Upchurch controversy and shit going on. They might not release toxicology, because of the parents, and that's up to her parents. Now, let me say that again so y'all can hear that very clearly. The release of toxicology information, because she is a minor, is up to her parents, not the police. But the COD, cause of death, is not, as I understand it, unless something's different in California that I don't know of. Let me put that disclaimer in. What's up, Blue? Welcome. The reason that I'm making these points is because they're going to play a part in the next few days, whether y'all believe they are or not. I promise you, you're going to hear a lot of YouTubers and people. What's up, Miss Smiley? Welcome. Talking about them. I promise you will. Promise you. what is important is, I believe personally, with the umpteen press conferences that were held daily, that if they was water in that little girl's lungs and drowning was the cause of death, you think that they wouldn't have held a press conference and shut all the internet shit down, including Adventures with Purpose? Come on, y'all, let's be real. Let's answer this question logically with reality-based answers. Y'all gonna tell me that the Placer County Sheriff that held daily news conferences for over a week with updates that wasn't even updates a lot of times about Kylie's case would not have broken their necks to get in front of a camera and say, ha ha ha, ain't no conspiracy theory, it's the Occam's razor, the most likely occurrence is the occurrence. You gonna tell me they wouldn't have broke their neck to be on and say there was water in the lungs and the cause of death is drowning? You gonna tell me, let's just think logically. Screw everything else we know. Let's just look with blinders and think logically and critically. Are you gonna tell me that the same people who held umpteen conferences on a daily basis would not have called a news conference to make that announcement? Anybody that believes that? So I got some pictures I want to show y'all. And I have a little video clip from AWP that they've released. I'm not even showing the entire 58-second clip. I am going to show a portion of that clip that they have released for everybody. So what Muffin Top is saying about the diver's face, you guys can see and make your own choice if you haven't. It was released publicly on Twitter, not even by AWP. Let me say that. I am not going, even if I have a membership and have seen their entire video. You guys, I'm going to respect them enough to not show it and to not discuss anything that has not already been publicly aired. I'm going to give them the same respect that I would want. Lord, they're in the background playing music and everything else up in here. I hope it don't get picked up and I don't get the live booted. Now, they know I'm going live. Little man's first day of school was Wednesday, y'all, for pre-K, and he loved it. He didn't want to leave. He loves the library, the trains, and as he calls the playground, the park. But anyway, and I wish I had felt good enough to be there. I don't really feel that good still. Hey, Deb. Welcome. Yeah, the library. He loves to read, you guys. Anybody that can help. I had 2 donations. Our Scuba Diva and Miss Katie to help me get my medications. There's still one that I was unable to get. And anybody that wants to help, I would greatly appreciate it. The pharmacy made a mistake. Y'all hold on to your britches. They admitted Hallmark Pharmacy made a mistake. Can y'all believe that? Basically, there was 2 pages worth of medicines. The total that they gave me and everything else was for 1. Oh, thank you, Blue. I don't know if the stuff's working, so we're going to put it up on the screen. Thank you, Blue, so much. We appreciate you. So what they did was
awesome.
They filled the whole first page. There it goes, Blue, up on the screen. Yay. They filled the whole first page and gave me the total with the RX card for that and missed the second page, which is actually one of the prescriptions that I'm supposed to keep going with after I'm feeling better. Go figure. Has to do with breathing and the extended fungulitis. Y'all, if y'all get it, I pray for you. Because you think you've conquered it and it just comes back up to bite you. The long fungulitis, as they call it. Personally, for me, it's respiratory issues that are ongoing. So, it's an inhaler. One thing is an inhaler that I didn't get filled, that they're wanting me now to use all the time. PRN all the time. Okay, so I have anybody that can help. It's greatly appreciated. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, and all that. Okay, while I'm being asked to listen to something else by somebody that walked in the room,
sorry guys,
I am going to go ahead and show y'all this Adventures with Purposes video clip that's about 40 some seconds long and see what she wants.
it's positive, you know? All right.
She's in the back of the vehicle.
Okay.
She's not in the driver's seat. It looks suspicious to me.
Yeah.
Vehicle's upside down. Some of the one window is halfway down. One window is all the way down. Whew. Call the authorities.
That's what we do it for, brother. Good job. Good job. It's positive, you know? All right.
She's in the back of the vehicle.
Okay.
She's not in the driver's seat. It looks suspicious to me.
Yeah.
Vehicle's upside down. Some of the one window is halfway down. One window is all the way down. Whew. Call the authorities.
Yep. That's what we do it for, brother. Good job. Good job. It's positive, you know? All right.
She's in the back of the vehicle.
Okay.
She's not in the driver's seat. It looks suspicious to me.
Yeah.
Vehicle's upside down. Some of the one window is halfway down. One window is all the way down. Whew. Call the authorities.
Yep. That's what we do it for, brother. Good job. Good job. It's positive, you know? All right.
She's in the back of the vehicle.
Okay.
She's not in the driver's seat. It looks suspicious to me.
Yeah.
Vehicle's upside down. Some of the one window is halfway down. One window is all the way down. Whew. Call the authorities.
Let me say this. The one window was down. When they got a better look, they could see it was actually busted out. And they are saying, Adventures with Purpose is saying that window could have been busted out when the car went into the water. Now, a lot of people, unscrupulous, my opinion, are playing their whole video. Shame on y'all. If you play this whole video before they earn their money off of it that they need to earn to continue to keep searching for people, because they do this for free, the money they earn is the money they use to go find people. Shame on you, creators. I'm not going to do that. This is what I just showed y'all is a 58-second clip that they released as an advertisement for the members only live stream. That's all I showed. And that's all I'm going to show. There's a lot more. And Bingo Betty, please watch it off their channel. Friday, it will be released for the public. So those of you that can't do memberships, please go watch it Friday. I will not be showing anything from that video that has not been publicly released at this time. As far as I know, Bama Cat, nobody got any reward money. Ain't that some shit? Not a Hellcat, not the reward money that was raised through the GoFundMe, none of that. Because he was asked specifically that question, Jared was, on Zav Girl last night. A lot of people are talking about his appearance on Zap Girl. I'm not going to show that because I know she'll hit me with the copyright. And I don't blame her. Not saying that in a bad way. Nothing against her. Okay, put it that way. What I will say is a lot of people found it funny that Jared went up there while Ryan Upchurch was up there after all that had been said. I don't find it funny. I want to applaud him and tell him to take a bow. You want to know how to handle some bullshit and some coming at you sideways with grace, courtesy, and respect, and to shut it down? Watch how Jared handled that situation. Why do I say that the way I say it? Well, I didn't see him say thank you except for sending subs to our channel to run. He thanked Zap Girl and other YouTube creators that brought awareness to this case and that kept this case going and blah, blah, blah. But he didn't think that. And I'm going to tell y'all something. While that family's out here grieving, for you to say that that woman ain't, that this child is not a real person, shame on you, Ryan. Shame on you. Even if everything else that you said is true, shame on you. That's a mama and a daddy and everything else. And shame on you. You really need to apologize to that girl's family. Yeah, Cassie, how dare, I didn't know that they were criticized for charging membership fees. Smiley, go check the 43 minute clip that Zap Girl put out there. It shows the entire time that Jared came up till he left. And if you listen, Jared told, somebody said something about Jared and Ryan are going to talk. I know, Gene, it's a birthday. I was going to get to that too. What he said is, what Jared said to him is, yeah, I'll talk to you, bud, but I'm not going to say anything off of the phone, off of the record, away from the camera that I'm not saying on camera. There's no more information that I can put out there. Seeking serenity. That's what I feel like too. Absolutely. That mama and that family can feel any sort of way they want to. I agree with you. There is no rules to grief. But God, to put that on top of what they're already going through, shame. Shame on you. I don't care. People get mad at me. Y'all can unsubscribe. Y'all can send me hate comments if you want to. I'm not saying that Ryan's a bad person. I think he's young and he was passionate, and I think he let his passion and emotions rule the day. But I think that we have to remember this was a real 16-year-old, today would have been 17-year-old little girl that has a very real mama, daddy, stepdaddy, and grandpa that's hurting. And to say that she's not a real person is pretty fucking hurtful. Bama, I don't know. I don't know, except that for a month and a half before Kylie went missing, they were trying to sell the lodge because they weren't making enough money to pay the monthly payments and to live. Is what it looks like, in my opinion. Who is calling me while I'm on a live, y'all? Okay. Anyway, and 170 something, I believe, is the payment monthly on that residence. Now, I may be wrong and I might have misinterpreted what I looked into, but that's what I saw. Now, I want to show y'all some pictures that I have. Some of it, we're going to debunk something real quick. Yep. Absolutely seeking serenity. Jared did say they have only been offered and accepted one reward monies to put towards their equipment to find answers for others. And as I understand, that reward that he's talking about they accepted was a case before Kylie's case ever came into play. That's what I've gotten from what I've seen. So we're going to look at some pictures. And I've already got them ready. I'm getting my share screen up. Can't common sense. I won't say that. That Kylie drove into the lake. The end. I won't say that yet. And Krista, aka Tomboy, I'm not dissing them. I'm trying to explain also from a creator's standpoint on YouTube the membership thing and why it should be respected and why it should be understood. First of all, YouTube encourages you to do it as a creator. Let's be real. I mean, they don't twist your arm, but every day when I open up my channel dashboard stuff, it's stuff telling me about it. Common sense, all of the evidence does not point that way. As I said, right, P-Lynn, as I said, let me reiterate something, okay? If we take the evidence with an open mind, honestly, it can go either way. This is why we need to wait on autopsy findings. I personally believe, given the amount of press conferences that Placer County sheriffs and Nevada sheriffs and CHP and all agencies have put out there. I know that's right, Krista. I agree. Given the number of press conferences that the authorities in that area did on a daily basis, you can't tell me that when those preliminary autopsy results came back, and listen, the preliminary autopsy results, they were able to definitively identify the body as belonging to Kylie. That's one. So if they can do that, they also I've got Cassie, just chill on that one. It's not true. It's not true. And common sense. If you let me finish what I'm saying, I will go over what you just said right here. Now, since it should be showing up on my screen to keep it. Now, it was, Krista, if you guys will give me a moment, I mean, I'm about 2 seconds from just turning the chat off so that I can talk. Now, as I was saying, if they are able in the preliminary autopsy results to identify her body as being definitively Kylie, then they are definitely able to tell us if her lungs were full of water and the cause of death was drowning or not. Yes, Sasha, chat all you want in the chat section. I meant turn them off to where I don't see them and I'm not distracted by what's said. She texted her mom and said she was leaving, common sense, right? So you know that was Kylie that was holding the phone and sent the text to her mother. I'm waiting. I'm waiting on common sense to respond to me. You were there and saw Kylie send that text from her phone to her mother. The second thing you said is she called her friend. We only have Sammy telling us that call came in at 12:36 a.m. We have the authorities telling us the last ping on her phone was at 12:33 a.m. Almost in the water, the edge of the water, just right here, as her third statement says. So common sense, I'm asking you to do what it says in your name, darling. You contradict yourself. Her phone last pinged at the edge of the water at 12:33. At 12:36, she called her friend, who says she could hear the loudness of the party in the background. So if she was on the edge of the water that she was in, how did Sammy hear that in the background when they were on the phone call? When it said that they would not have been able to hear the car hit the water or see the headlights of the car or taillights of the car as it went in the water because of the distance. So you can't have it both ways. You can't be a little bit pregnant. You can't be pregnant today and not tomorrow. You either are or you're not. And your three comments don't follow logic. Exactly. I agree. I agree, Seeking Serenity, and that's what I'm preaching right now to everybody. We need to wait on autopsy results. We need to know. The most important question that we haven't had answered yet was there water in her lungs, yes or no? Was there a seatbelt that was in use that broke or that malfunctioned? What does the black box say in the car? Common sense. I'm not saying Jagger did shit. Where did you come with Jagger's name? Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something that's a possible scenario. That's not my leading theory. You haven't heard me say that. Please show me where you've heard me say what my theory is, period. Rather than innuendo, accusation, and supposition, I'm saying we need to wait on a result from a medical, not a coroner, an EME. Yeah, I'm getting ready to handle that, Deb. They just don't know what's about to hit them. It's called subs only. I've just been working on that right now. Now, if there's no water in her lungs, that changes the entire game, in my opinion. That's what I'm saying, common sense. Trying to get my stuff to work. Right, tell it, please, Betty Joe. Make it make sense. How about that? Make it make sense. Okay. Now, By the way, if you're a troll, you're about to say goodbye in about 30 seconds or less, depending on how long it takes my computer to do.
Thanks for the sub.
Common sense. I'm explaining why that we can't say at this point if it was an accident or not. I'm not even talking about the tow truck driver and any of that stuff. I'm not any of that. Thank you, Sasha. I'm not discussing any of that. See, you're jumping the gun. You are 7 days ahead of where we are right now. I'm not talking about any of that. That's you. That's other channels. What I'm saying is, to me, I do have a problem with the fact that we had daily pressers. Then she gets found. We get a presser saying that it's been identified as being her, but we have no preliminary cause of death. And if you don't think that's odd, carry yourself to any other case and see, awesome, Sasha, and see where you don't get a preliminary cause of death in a situation like this. I think it's odd given what we know and given how the cases went. I think you did too, Miss Sasha. Let's find out if common sense is who they say they is. Come on. Oh, but I do have some pictures I want to show. Krista, I don't think they'll release the toxicology report, but they will release being a minor or not minor. I don't think, and I'm not sure about California law. It may be different state to state or even county to county. We've ran into that with Summers' case. But based on what I know of state and federal statutes, the cause of death usually is given, just not specifics. In other words, if the family doesn't want, sorry y'all, I'm trying to do something at the same time I'm talking. If the family doesn't want the toxicology and everything, then yes. But just the cause of death, whether it's accidental, whether it's there was water. Rebecca, right. The preliminary is saying it's pending the toxicology, but why? If you've got enough water in your lungs that you drowned, no matter what your toxicology is. Now, the toxicology can affect whether it's criminal or accidental. Let me say that again. The toxicology can be, the reason they're waiting on it, can have an effect on whether it's deemed accidental or criminal accidental. Because remember, she was a minor. Everybody keeps wanting to say, well, so was everybody else. Were they? Or was everybody else 18 and over? You're welcome, common sense. That's one thing I think people seem to forget. And I'm not calling names, and I don't want specific names of minors, especially if you put a minor's name in the chat, you will be blocked. We don't do that here. In any case we discuss, we try not to show minors' faces. Now, of course, right, Bama, thank you. Of course, like Summer is a minor. We've showed her face, but she's the missing person. Just like Kylie is a minor. We've showed her face, but she is the missing person. Okay? Oh, wow, Sasha. And see, that is possible. That is possible, especially if you have swim and dive experience. Y'all give me just a moment. I'm just setting subs only. So if you're not a subscriber, in about 30 seconds, your ability to make a comment will have ended. So does that include even the cause of death? What's up, Carl? And let me say this. If the preliminary autopsy results, whether they released them or not, showed that drowning was the cause of death, the investigative portion of her case would have already stopped. Let's think about that logically for a moment, you guys, okay? Let's just be logical. If the medical examiner, by the way, let me say this, the sheriff is the coroner, not the medical examiner, and there's a difference there. A lot of people, the coroner cannot perform the autopsy. The coroner can officially declare someone as deceased. The coroner, but they can't be an ME unless they are also a doctor.
Sub!
Thank you, Candy Canes, for subbing. We appreciate you.
This is amazing!
Y'all.
This is amazing!
So, Carl, what's a conspiracy theory? I even forget your last name. And I'm why
Thanks for the sub! Thanks for the sub!
it's because I'm buffering. I'm roboting, right? It's buffering. I don't know exactly what's going on. All right, let's show on the stream if it'll let me. Oh, listen. Well, thank you, Carl, and we welcome you as well. Okay, so let's look at some pictures. Let's see, hold on. Let's look at this one first. I'm trying to blow it up and it ain't working. There is such a delay, y'all. This is wild. I'm just waiting on what I'm looking at to be on the screen, y'all. It is showing the car. Okay. Carl, I really don't want to. There's enough craziness and drama in Summer's case, and I just can't do Michael Vaughn too. I can't. Now, this is a 2013 Honda CRV in this picture. The window that is circled is the window that Nick looked into and saw Kylie. Just to give y'all a little example. The next picture you're going to see is the interior of a 2013 Honda CRV. Now, there's something I know that we're not seeing in this picture, but some cars were equipped with, and we don't know if Kylie's has or not. What I will tell you is you see where it says her car was found. Now, my family has the Nissan version of this car. And this one that we're looking at just has the back laid down. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but when you have a raisable hatch in an SUV, they have a piece that attaches to where you see this little indention. I don't know if you guys can see my cursor, and this little indention that's at the top right here, the red circle. There's another one on the bottom that I don't think is shown in the picture, but I want you to see this little indention right here. There is a thing that fits there, a peg that fits in there, and a peg that fits in the other side, and a piece that you can pull out and it connects, and it covers to where when you look in the back hatch window, you can't see what's in the hatch. It would also prevent you from being able to just crawl across the seats and get back there. We don't know if Kylie had one of those and it was in place or not. That's one. But not in the back seat, in the back hatch is where she was when AWP found her. And y'all remember, I told y'all this from the beginning. That I was told that. Blue, you're not blocked. I can see you.
You're awesome!
Can someone please unblock me, Blue Heart?
You're awesome!
Can someone please unblock me, Blue Heart?
I love the fact that it actually reads those out now for us. I turned that on so that anybody that does anything, if I miss it, gets recognition. I love that part. I think it's important because one, we don't know if that was in place or not. So if when they found her back there, she's on top of that piece, then that would make one think that she floated back there. If that piece is not in play and you can just get to the back hatch, then it's kind of up for grabs. A lot of people are saying that they don't think she could have floated back there during the accident. I think it's possible and plausible. It would depend on how she's laying and such, in my personal opinion. I agree, Seeking Serenity. It's a very narrow, but we don't know, did she have the 2 headrest version or the 3 headrest? If she had the 3 headrest version, like is pictured here, and the middle headrest was up position, I don't see how she could have got back there. With the car upside down, we have to look at that too, because it would have been easier to get back there. Because floating along the top of the car and lying flat, it's possible. Is it probable? I don't know. Possible, yes, it is possible. And again, I honestly believe the answer to about 90% of our questions can be answered through the preliminary autopsy, which is, did she or did she not have water in her lungs? And I don't remember just a little bit of water. I don't mean that. I'm talking about enough to indicate drowning as the cause of death. If there's not enough water in her lungs to indicate drowning as a cause of death, then foul play. Now, all the interviews that Jared and others from Adventures with Purpose have done, and everything that we've seen so far and that has been released to the public, to me indicates that they believe foul play. I have a thought on what I think happened. And it would go along with, I've told y'all before Sammy's story. There was a second party, and I think that Kylie said, yeah, I'll take you home, but I won't go to the second party. And that's why Sammy got out and immediately started hunting another ride, because she was looking for a ride that was going to go to the party after the party. And Kylie wasn't a party girl, so she wasn't down for it. Now that this information about placement and everything has come out, I have another theory. And I'm not going to say anybody's name, but again, other than Kylie, all the individuals that have spoken out, exactly, Rebecca, exactly. As far as I can tell, the Honda CRVs did not have that latch belt. It wasn't standard, at least. Anyway, what I was going to say, and I got to hurry with this because I have like 10 minutes and I have to say goodbye. So first, let's say this statement right quick, released by Lindsay Neiman, is a fake. Want to talk about some sick, nasty, sorry crap? What's up, Sergeant? That somebody done? Y'all can talk about Ryan Upchurch, y'all can talk about Adventures with Purposes, but whoever the hell this was that wrote this and pretended to be her, shame on you. I hope the police come for you and you go to jail. I'm with you, Betty Jo. Before I make a definitive decision about what I think occurred or didn't occur, I want to hear the autopsy report. I really do. But this right here, I'm not reading it out loud. It's on the screen. And it has been proven to not be Kylie's mother, but to be some nasty, no life having, sorry piece of shit troll. Exactly, Cherokee. And that's the only reason that I'm even putting that out, is because I want it to be known that it was debunked. Liar. Fake. Same, Betty Joe, same. Mine and yours might not be too different either. Now, y'all might not be able to read all this, but this is basically a timeline that AWP put out. I'm not going to read it because honestly, I don't have time right now. But part of this that's been put out is where the speculation is coming in accusing Jack. And it even tells, what I just showed y'all, is that they had to go to the rear passenger side window to get an ID of remains. She was not in the driver's seat. Looked suspicious. Vehicle was also upside down. And they see Truly cans, garbage, a computer charger in the back. Notice, we don't hear anything about a cell phone or the computer. Why did we not hear that? They might not have seen her cell phone, but if they could note the Truly cans, which has 5% alcohol, and a computer charger, to be able to differentiate the fact that it was a computer charger and not a cell phone charger, because they look different, and it would be a small, you either see the charging port plug, or you see the box that's like a power box that's on a power cord for a laptop. But both of those are very small. Your power box is about the same size of your average cell phone, right? And I'm pretty sure that a laptop, why did we not see that? Why didn't we see that? And if we are to believe that when the car was upside down, the roof became the floor, one would think that in the confusion, you're looking at the bottom of the door as the top of the door where the window should be. But again, the window's open. And if we're to believe that she was that close to the roof, because she'd had to be flush with the roof to go over that back seat to get into that back hatch area, then she would have been even with where that back window was open and able to get out of it. And the other window is able to get out. We honestly don't know, Seekins. Because just pointing out some very important information. Exactly, Betty Joe. Either they were concealed by something or someone inside the vehicle where they weren't readily to be seen, or they weren't in there. Period. But it was reported that the laptop was in the back seat. Okay? I personally have a theory. I still think it was an accident, by the way. But let me say this. Say that somebody's supposed to be my ride home or to the next party, and they get very intoxicated very fast. Family, Betty Joe, family, and the police. That person decides that they're going to lay down. They may even roll down the window near where they're laying so they can get some fresh air. Okay? And I'm they promised me home or to the next party, one of the two. I'm intoxicated, but I ain't been able to find another ride home. They're passed out. Their keys is laying right there. I decide I'm going to drive us since they won't get up and drive us. I take a wrong turn. We end up in the water. I'm able to get out, but I couldn't save them. But I'm scared to say it because they have illegal substances. And I know I committed a crime of some sort, even though it was an accident. Allegedly. Possibly. That's where my mind's gone. If y'all don't know exactly what I'm talking about, I don't know what they. Because I'm putting it in terms to where I am the person involved. Not somebody else, not an accusation of nobody or nothing like that. Not accusing anybody. I'm saying me. Well, I can do it seeking serenity. I told you, Betty Joe. I told you. We were probably closer to the same type of thoughts than you might would think. Guys, please, if you can, don't forget to hit the Cash App and PayPal and Venmo. I still really do need to get one more item at the pharmacy, and I'm hoping I'll be able to. At this point, I think I need like $41. And I'm going to get drugged for saying that. But you know what? I say that because I don't want a bunch extra. I just want what I'm trying to get what I need. All right. So while I'm getting dressed, I'm going to open up the floor to take questions on Kylie's cases and Summer's cases. So any questions, if it's a comment, put a C at the beginning. If it's a question, just put a Q. And any questions or thoughts would be greatly appreciated, and I'll answer them. I was on Nana's Angels panel, and the chat and Nana and other panelists had all kinds of questions on Summer's case for me, and I was very glad that I was able to answer those, and answer them pretty well. Yes, it would, Cherokee girl, and I think the individual myself would have known. Did Kylie have her necklaces on, or do we know? Bama Cat, they have not told us if those necklaces were present yet either. So there's another thing that was a big question mark. The necklaces, the laptop, and the cell phone. Those 3 items we don't know about. Good question. Good question. Awesome question. Yes, I do, Betty Joe. I think the guy called Playboy might be, trophies and that. I think if they were saved to the cloud, Halcyon, if they were saved to the cloud. Mine doesn't save them to the cloud on purpose. Playboy, Betty Joe, to finish addressing your question. Very possibly. I think he goes back to a trio of individuals, one of which worked at a pizza joint, delivering pizzas. I'm still trying to get Bama. I've heard something about a gray hoodie. the water could have distorted that white one with the light pink writing to where it looked gray as well. So I don't know, because they said light gray is what I had heard as well. And Betty, if you don't know what I'm talking about with that, I am going to have some information on Summer's case that we're going to discuss as soon as I can get this three-way call done between my schedule and two other people's schedules. It's been difficult. I'm hoping to get it done sometime today. You know what I'm talking about? Well, I have two locals that know a lot that are ready to talk to me on a three-way call with a question and answer session. And I've been trying for a week now while I've been sick to get this interview scheduled. I'm not recording them. I just don't do that. I'm not that kind of person. If I'm going to record you, you gonna know. I promise you. If I'm going to do anything, you gonna know. Let's see. Where is Lacey? Okay. Now I just text her. I know that's right. I wish they would have too. Muffin Top, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Don't forget, guys, if you have a question, please put question or a Q at the beginning. Same, Betty Joe. Yes, it was, Bama. I'm not talked about the tow truck driver. We'll discuss that Friday after AWP's video comes out. I'm not going to discuss things like other creators are talking about that is going to mess up their money. I'm sorry, I'm not. Because I want them to be able to help others. And I'm going to say this again. One of our subs actually had a family member that was found by AWP. They commented when I was talking about the case here in North Carolina for that 17-year-old young man and how the police treated the family and AWP, and they should be ashamed. And I'm from North Carolina, so I'm allowed to say that shit. You good, Muffin? It just makes it easier for me to know y'all are asking me a question. If it's a comment, put a C. If it's a question, put a Q. That way I'll know that you want me to answer something. It just makes it faster and easier. But little man is not being cooperative, I hear. So anybody that has any questions, I'm up. Please feel free. Absolutely, Cherokee. They would have in the inventory. Absolutely. We'll probably never see that. Now, I say, personally, I think that all that we're going to get, unless there's a trial and everything. Yeah, Annette, I agree. How do I say this? I think the most that we'll get is a cause of death, unless there's a trial. It was on its top. It was on its roof, Bama Cat. I'm also willing to answer any questions anybody has about Summer's case. Y'all know I've done extensive looking into. Same, thank you, Seeking Serenity. I'm getting ready to have to go myself. I'm actually getting dressed while I'm talking to y'all. and answering questions. That's what's up, Smiley. Thank you. And again, anybody that can help, please do. Hit the Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, whatever. Like I said, I think I need like $41, $42 at this point. Yeah, Ned, I agree with what you said. If there's charges and the person is smart at all, they will go for a plea arrangement. I'm telling y'all that. And don't forget, September 4th, I will be announcing our newest Sunshine of the Month. If they're smart, yeah. And one thing I want to say about Kylie's case, everybody keeps saying these are kids, these are kids. I'm going to say this again. Y'all can take this how you want to. You can call somebody a child all you want. But if our government and our family structure believes at 18 a person is old enough to make the choice to go and die or live for their country, how can you call them a child? Because 18 is considered an adult. You go and joyride in somebody's car at 18 and joyride in somebody's car at 15 and see what the difference is in the criminal justice system here in the U.S. I mean, sometimes when people start saying that stuff, it kind of irks me, and I want to be like, hey, that's kind of like being a little pregnant. Either you are an adult or you're not. Either you are a minor or you're not. Now, in saying that, at 18, you're old enough to go die for your country, but you can't drink a beer unless you're on base. You can't get drunk or buy a pack of cigarettes until you're 21. Personally, I think all should be the same. I think if at 18 you're old enough to make the choice to go put your life down for your country, that you should be able to go buy alcohol and cigarettes. Now, that's my personal opinion. That's my personal opinion. What's up, Dottie Lee from Tennessee? How you doing? That's my personal opinion. All right, I just got the message. True story, Muffin. True story. People will do it anyway, even if it's not age appropriate. I do agree with you on that. I do agree. But also, I mean, come on. Our government's saying, hey, you can go hold this gun and shoot and kill other people and put yourself in danger of getting shot and killed. But what you can't do is you can't go purchase alcohol or buy a pack of cigarettes. You're not old enough to make those choices yet. Come on. Y'all got to admit that's a little ass backwards. I mean, that's just my opinion. And opinions are like bungholes. Everybody's got one and they all look a little different. That being said, that's my opinion. And considering we in Mita's world, that's why y'all get my opinion. Oh, where did I put my sunglasses? I'm trying to get dressed and talk to y'all as I do. Heard, thank you, Bucket List. Yes, they did get the alcohol from somewhere. I agree with you on that one, Muffin Top. I wouldn't either, Betty Joe. I knew what you meant, Betty. All right, guys, I'm going to have to end this and say peace, love, and light, and I will see you guys later tonight. Any other questions? Go ahead. Okay. Any other questions? I will catch them later. I've got some information on Summer's case that I want to talk about, so I'm going to do a separate live stream and present that to you guys later on this evening. Has to do with open, active, unsolved missing persons cases in Hawkins County. And notice I said cases plural. Y'all get ready, because I'm going to give it to you. Peace, love, and light. See y'all later tonight. Like I said, anybody that can, please do help. It would be greatly appreciated. I'm trying to come up with the last $41.